So it's been a pretty quiet weekend for NIO. Not a whole lot of news coming out, over the weekend. I think the big news was Dogecoin, but that's another video. But we do have a little piece out for you guys, and that is the fact that Morgan Stanley did reiterate their buy rating this weekend. They reiterated it, and they said that their price target for NIO as of right now is about $64. So that's good because that's an increase from where we're at right now.
The heck of an increase from now.
Right. I mean, that's what we want to see. But they maintain their overweight or buy rating on NIO. And they said the reasoning for the buy rating is because of NIO coming out and saying, hey, obviously they had a great earnings. They crushed their earnings with deliveries and the numbers and the profit and all of the numbers. They beat the EPS. They crushed everything.
But they smoked the EPS.
100%. But they said that the main reason for the reiterated buy rating is because NIO's quarter two numbers that they're projected to deliver, anywhere from 21 to 22,000 cars, in quarter two. So fingers crossed that the chip shortage doesn't hurt them anymore, and that we can meet, they can meet that, because I think it's going to be things like this that are going to push the stock upward. We've obviously just been stuck in this rut right now, but that's just because of the chip shortage, just because of the tensions between China and U.S., the delisting fears, and there's so much in the market itself as well is just straight hogwash.
There's so much fear being pushed right now. It's crazy, but yeah, I mean, I keep saying it, but I think the stock's going to start moving up not really once the chip shortage is gone, because according to a lot of people, they think that's going to last for a year or two. But I think once William Lee can prove that NIO really isn't affected by the chip shortage anymore, which he said, end of Q3 into Q4, that it shouldn't be affecting them. So we'll see.
Right. Yeah, I'm hoping it's over before we know it. But another note in that article that we read was said that NIO had received a boost in promotion at the Shanghai Auto Show, and the order of intake for the company has steadily increased. So basically the number of orders that they're getting has increased in March and in April. So that's also another good news, other good news coming into NIO. So we can, I guess, with all this good news, we can expect this stock to drop tomorrow. That's for sure. It's going to happen, for sure. all jokes aside, it's good news that we see that they're still growing, and I think it's going to be things like these that they're going to need in order to make this $64 price target by the end of the year.
And also Mizuho and Deutsche Bank, they reiterated their buy rating and their price targets as well. And one of them, I can't remember which one, they said that NIO is like a leader in the premium EV market. So that's pretty big. Right.
Yeah. I mean, they're not wrong. They're not wrong. Right. I think they're right on par with Tesla, putting out the same numbers at the same time Tesla was doing. So I see them sitting at the same Tesla level, the same level as Tesla in 10 years. If they can repeat everything that Tesla's doing. And there was even articles of, I talked about it yesterday in yesterday's video, that Cathie Wood has been mentioning more about NIO. So does that mean they're going to buy NIO? Does that mean ARK Invest is in, are they going to get into it? Right. I can't say yes, but maybe.
I mean, the more she talks about, the better anyway. So I think she'll eventually buy it. It's just when. Right.
Exactly. I hope so.
I mean, it seems like NIO's pretty close to being profitable as well, even with all of the spending they're doing with factories and stuff. So once they're profitable, I think that's really when it starts blasting off. Because that's what happened with Tesla too. So
I agree with that. And if we look at the chart from Friday, it's obviously Sunday, so I'm sure you guys might have seen this already. But if you haven't, we're going to show it to you. So we can see that on Friday. Let me make sure I'm at the 1 day stage. There we go. It's been kind of up and down. It started out about $36 and it ran all the way up to 38. It was up 4 or 5% or something on the day, and it was up really good. And then it pulled itself back to pretty much the starting point of where it started for the day, up just a little bit, about 0.75%. And then, after hours we're up just a little bit, but that doesn't matter to me, until morning.
Pre-market matters more than after hours. But I mean, the volume was weak on Friday, but we've seen this Friday after Friday. It always seems, low, and seems like a lot of people just sell off and because they don't want to hold it over the weekend. But yeah, the volume was only 55.5 million, and that's pretty low.
That's actually really low. Right. Yeah. So with them, being 55 million, we want to see this up towards 100 million. That's really going to drive the stock up and down. But like you said, you know, with the chip shortage and everything, I think we're going to be stuck in this rut for quite some time. I think it's going to be a while before we kind of get out of this. But if we can start pushing towards 40 again, like we did, I think it's going to show people, you know, hey, let's just hopefully keep it going. You know, we're trying to be realistic here, but I honestly realistically think we're going to be stuck in this 35 to 40 range for the next month and a half, 2 months, and it's just going to keep going up and down. And you know, we're long-term investors, so if you guys are long-term investors, just put your blinders on, man, and just look ahead.
I think you know, 35 is the support, and I don't think we'll go below 35 unless like something drastic in the market, you know, happens. But hopefully we don't go past 35, because if we go past 35, there's no telling what the next stop is. But I don't really see that happening, so I think we're just kind of bounce around from, you know, 36, 37 to 40, 42-ish or so, and until, you know, the whole market just, you know, gets its act together and starts going up.
Exactly. And we could see, you know, before we end the video, we can see that we did hit 35 multiple times. It's a pretty good support line. You know, it bounces off and then it comes back, bounces off again, it comes back, bounces off. And now I don't even know what you call this, trying to quadruple bottom. I don't know. Nobody knows anymore. But it seems to be that 35 is support and the $40 to $41 range is our resistance. Once we break that 40, it seems to pull back, you know, back into the 30s. But I'm kind of hoping, I was really hoping once we hit 40, you know, even here at our last push up, that it was the end of the 30s, but clearly wasn't. So, you know, we'll have to see what happens, you know. And
yeah, I mean, there was more bad news that came out last week with the economy and everything. Janet Yellen put out some stuff that she got some heat for because it wasn't actually true. But it doesn't really matter because the stock market went down, and then she tried, you know, correcting it the next day, and it didn't matter.
Nope. That's
people.
Don't even get me started on that kind of corruption, man. That's a topic for another video. We'll put a burner video out if you guys really want it, but that's a topic for another day. But that's gonna wrap up this video. If you guys like this kind of content, hit that like, share, notification bell, all that good stuff. It really helps support the channel. Also, we got links down in the description for Webull. If you guys deposit $100, you guys get 2 free stocks valued up to $1,800. And we also got a links down there for the merchandise and the Patreon that gets you access to our Discord and the Discord portfolio, where the members get to choose which stocks to put in there. So if you guys want any of that, all that's down below. And thank you guys for all the support so far, and we'll see you guys in the next video.